All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Chak, Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do her will. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing his word with truth, sincerity, and charity, and risk your lives to do so. And today I want to get into this quick lesson, and I'm going to title it, Esau has nothing but hatred for you Jakes. Okay, and this is inspired by a conversation I had with someone, who was telling me that they moved to a predominantly so-called white area, all right, and how the Edomites, has been treating him and, talking to him and belittling him and pretty much just showing that real hatred, man. All right, trying to get him fired from his job, so on and so forth. Just causing hell inside of his life, man. And that's what Esau does. That's his whole MO is to hate Jake. Is to be against Jake. You so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. That's who Jake is when I say that. And you speckled birds that may look like the other nations, but your seed line goes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, which will make you a Hebrew Israelite. Okay? You by your father being a so-called Negro, Hispanic, or Native American. So, you can look like another nation, but you will never fit in with these people. And they'll be against you. They'll talk shit against you, say you a thug, so on and so forth. Because that's just the way that Yahweh Shema Shai created this man to be the enemy, to be the wicked, to be against Israel, the chosen people. And this has been since the beginning of time, man. Since the serpent in the garden, all right, led Eve astray, which ultimately led to Adam being led astray, which took away our immortality, all right, the chosen seed line. So it says, Genesis 3:15, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, all right, and that's enmity is between the serpent, which is Esau, Edom, the so-called white man in today's society, okay, which he came back in his reincarnation, Cain, then Esau, and now in these times we know them as the so-called white race, but they are really Esau, Edom. Okay, that's who they are. So the Lord put an enmity between Edom and the woman, which is Israel. Israel is likened to a comely and delicate woman unto Yahweh Shema Shai. We are the Lord's wife. So there's an enmity between us. There's hatred between us. There's tension between us. Okay, there's variance. We're never going to get along, ever. And Esau is never going to like you, Jakes. He's never going to fit in with you. He's never going to love you. He's always going to hate you, man. And he's always going to seek to destroy you, which is why we tell you don't trust this devil. As it says, the scriptures tell you that. Sirach 2:10, Sirach 12 and verse 10. Never trust thine enemy. So it says, and between thy seed and her seed, and it shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel. So it's always going to be a war between Jacob and Esau. Always. Even in the time when we was leaving Egypt, Edom was the first nation to come up against us and fight against us, try to destroy us. This is let's see. Yeah, this is Exodus 17 and verse 8. Then came Amalek and fought with Israel and Rephidim and Rephidim, and Moses said unto Joshua, choose us out men and go out fight with Amalek. Okay, so and Amalek is a chief tribe of the nation of Edom. Okay, so these are Edomites that we are fighting against, the Israelites. It says, tomorrow I will stand on the top of the hill with the rod of Yahweh in mine hand. So Joshua did as Moses had said to him, and fought with Amalek. And Moses, Aaron, and Hur went up to the top of the hill. And it came to pass, when Moses held up his hand, that Israel prevailed, and when he let down his hand, Amalek prevailed. But Moses' hands were very heavy, and they took a stone and put it under him, and he sat thereon. And Aaron and Hur stayed up his hands, the one on the one side and the other on the other side. and his hands were steady until the going down of the sun. And Joshua discomforted Amalek and his people with the edge of the sword. And Yahweh said unto Moses, write this for a memorial in a book, and rehearse it in the ears of Joshua. For I will utterly put out the remembrance of Amalek from under heaven. So the Lord, Yahweh Bashim Shai, is against Amalek because of their wickedness against the nation of Israel. Okay, they just came and started fighting against us, man, causing war with us. You know, because Esau is always going to do that. He's always going to be against you, Jakes. It's just something that burns in him, man, like a bee going to a flower to pollinate it. It's just its nature. There's nothing that you can do about it. There's nothing that Esau can do about it to prevent it. He's always going to hate you, man. It's like the Incredible Hulk getting mad and trying not to become the Incredible Hulk. It's impossible. Esau comes around you, Jakes, he's going to want blood. He's going to want to kill you. He's going to want to make your life a living hell, man, because he's the devil. It says, and Moses built an altar and called the name of it, this is the idol right here, right? That Jehovah, all that, that's an idol. But this is really going into a memorial, Yahweh's memorial, because this is this is why Moses set up that altar, to make a memorial for this war that we had against Amalek, this fight that we had against Amalek, to always remember this. As it says in verse 16, for he said, because Yahweh have sworn that Yahweh will have war with Amalek from generation to generation. So the Lord is always going to have war with these people. Israel is always going to have war with these people. If Yahweh Bashim Shai has war with Esau Edom, Israel has war with Esau Edom, because we are connected to the Lord. We're one. Okay? Yahweh Bashim Shai is our power. We are his people. So if the Lord is fighting against this dude continuously, always, from generation to generation, forever, for as long as Amalek is on the planet Earth, Israel is going to be fighting against this man the same way, which is you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans. Whether it be little nitpicking shit that he does at your job, or whether it be all the way to the to the hoods, the community, or they just nationwide, man, which is going to lead to that Jacob's trouble, which Esau is going to come down with great wrath on you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, destroying you. Okay? And that's going to lead, and that's going to be all because of that ancient hatred that he had for you Israelites. It's never going to end. And this was even prophesied in the womb. Which, let me just get this first. Straight to the point. Genesis 4. And I'm just start at 1. Genesis 4:1. And Adam knew Eve his wife, and she conceived and bare Cain, and said, I have gotten a man from Yahweh. And said again, bear his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. So first it was Cain, and then it was Abel, which is very similar to another story. It says, in process of time it came to pass that Cain brought of the fruit of the ground an offering unto Yahweh, which is against the law, which is against Yahweh Shema Shai. You don't offer fruits to the Lord. You offer the firstlings of your flock, as it says in verse 4. And that's also in Leviticus, the first chapter on down. Tells you how to sacrifice to the Lord. But Cain didn't follow that, which just shows you that he's the wicked. It says, and he couldn't get right at the end of the day. It's going to go into it. It says, in Abel, he also brought of the firstlings of his flock, and of the fat thereof, and Yahweh had respect unto Abel in his offering. So the Lord respected Abel's offering. Okay, he looked towards his offering, but Cain's offering, he didn't look at that, man. Threw that to the wayside. It's a dishonor. It says in Yahweh, no, it says, but unto Cain, and to his offering he had not respect. And Cain was very wroth, and his countenance fallen. So he was very angry, very pissed off, and he was disappointed. Well, what it says, and Yahweh said unto Cain, why art thou wroth? And why is thy countenance fallen? Also, the scriptures say, show favor to the wicked. Roughly paraphrase, and show favor to the wicked. Well, let me get it, because this just shows that Cain knew the understanding of the law and what was to be done, but he still couldn't do it. Yeah, let favor be shown to the wicked. That's Isaiah. Let me jump there real quick. Isaiah 26, verse 10 says, "Let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. In the land of uprightness he will deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of Yahweh." And that's exactly what Cain did. He didn't follow law, statutes, commandments. Even though favor was shown to him, even though he had a chance to serve the Lord, he had a chance to do what was right, but he didn't do it. He didn't want to do it, man. This is ultimately what he wanted to do. This is verse 4, Salakia, Genesis 4 and verse 7. It says, "If thou doest well, shalt thou not be accepted? And if thou doest not well, sin lieth at the door. And unto thee shall be his desire, and thou shalt rule over him," which is Esau Edom, the wicked. It's all about wickedness. It's all he knows. It's all he pushes. "And Cain talked with Abel his brother, and it came to pass, when they were in the land, that Cain rose up against Abel his brother and slew him." Instead of doing what was right, he went and murdered his brother. The first murderer, man. Okay, doing this wicked, evil act, murdering your brother because you couldn't get right, because you didn't want to, because you were jealous. Okay, so that's that. A second instant of the hatred between the righteous and the wicked, which is Jacob and Esau. Abel is Jacob, and Esau is Cain. Okay, they came back in the reincarnation as Jacob and Abel, which is why I referenced. It said this is similar to another story. Cain came out first, and then it was Abel. Esau came out first, and then it was Jacob. Good and evil. It's always going to be a variance, a balance between these two. But it tells us this in the book of John. I think it's 3. Yeah, John 3 and 1 John 3 and 12. "Not as Cain, who was of that wicked one, and we know Esau Edom is the wicked, according to Malachi 1 and 4. They're the same spirit. It says, "And slew his brother. And wherefore slew he him?" So why did he do this? Why did he kill his brother? Because his own works were evil, and his brother's righteous. Is that simple? Because he was jealous. Because Abel was doing what was right before the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai. He was accepted of the Lord. He was loved by Yahweh Shem Shai. And Cain wasn't. Because scripture say that the Lord put by Esau. The Lord ain't dealing with Esau. He ain't dealing with the wicked. He ain't dealing with a man of malice, a man of wickedness. He's dealing with the righteous. So Esau's always going to be mad about that. And his only conclusion, his only thought process is, I must kill my brother. I have to kill this man. I have to get rid of him in order for the Lord to love me. That's going to make the Lord hate you more. Just showed you Esau is a damn maniac, man. This dude is a fool. He thinks he's so goddamn smart, but he's the dumbest fucker on the planet. This is Genesis 25 and 21. "And Isaac entreated Yahweh of his wife, because she was barren," meaning that she couldn't have children. So Isaac went and prayed to the Lord and asked him, pretty much why. "And Yahweh was entreated of him, and Rebekah, his wife, conceived." So Rebekah ended up getting pregnant. It says, "And the children struggled together within her, and she said, If it be so, why am I thus? And she went to inquire of Yahweh, and Yahweh said unto her, 2 nations are in thy womb, and 2 manner of people, 2 separate manners, 2 different kinds of people. 2 different nations are in her womb. Shall be separated from thy bowels, and the one people shall be stronger than the other people, and the elder shall serve the younger." So the elder is going to be a servant at the end of the day. It says, "And when her days to be delivered were fulfilled, Behold, there were twins in her womb. And the first came out red all over, like an hairy garment, and they called his name Esau. So who came out first? Esau, Edom. The red man. Red, pale flesh. Okay? Which is showing that he's the wicked. Showing that he's that same spirit coming back in the earth. Cain coming right back in the earth, man. To fulfill his duty as being the wicked. Because that's the mark that the Lord put upon Cain, was leprosy. And leprosy ain't no damn, bumpy skin and none of that. That's the Lord taking away your pigmentation. All right, your pigmentation is what they call vitiligo in today's society. It's really leprosy. It's what the Lord put upon Cain, that mark, that plague, that curse, which came right back upon Esau, Edom, in the reincarnation. So it says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, which is symbolic of Jacob pulling Esau down. It's always going to be a war between these people. It's always going to be hatred and a war, which is why Esau is never going to love you, Jakes. You wondering why I'm doing all this for him. I'm saying hello. I'm being nice to him, and they just hate me because they're your fucking enemy. They're never going to love you. They're never going to like you. You're never going to fit in. This is what it is, man. And when you understand that, and when you accept that, your life becomes much, much better. But it all boils down to Yahweh Shemal Shai, if he wants you to serve him. That's the only way you go understand this. Esau is the enemy. It says, and after that came his brother out, and his hand took hold on Esau's heel, which you can read that in 2nd Esdras, the 9th chapter, which goes to the understanding of that. 2nd Esdras, the 6th chapter and the 9th verse, which gives you the understanding of that. Esau being pulled down by Jacob, right? Because Yahweh Shai is going to come and pull this man's kingdom down, and the Lord is going to raise up the elect of the nation of Israel, and we're going to join right alongside the pulling down of Esau, Edom's kingdom. It says the saints shall take the kingdom, which the saints are the Israelites. So we're going to take Esau, Edom's kingdom, pulling him down. It says, and his name was called Jacob, and Isaac was 80 years old when she bare them. Okay, so as you see, Jacob's pigmentation wasn't explained because Jacob came out normal, but Esau didn't, because he is the wicked. He is that one that is marked, but Jacob was not, even though they were twins. One came out a whole different color, and the other one came out normal. So, it shows the power of the Lord. Shows the power of Yahweh Shemal Shai, and it just shows, the connection between Abel and Jacob as well. Abel and Jacob, and Cain and Esau. So, there's something else I was about to get, man. Yeah, I'm going to get this Ezekiel. I'm going to end on this. Ezekiel 35. So, never trust your enemy, man. Never trust your enemy. Never expect anything other than hatred from Esau, Edom. And if he is showing some love to you and some liking towards you, man, it's for an ulterior motive. It's for him to throw you into a ditch. It's for him to kill your ass. It's for him to destroy you. Oh, hun, I made you a pizza. I made you a cake. Hun, try this. And they're gonna spit all in here and fucking did all kind of weird, abominable things to it I don't even want to speak on. Probably put some poison in the shit, man, hoping to kill you. Don't trust these motherfucking devils, man. This is Ezekiel 35 and verse 5. It says, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity and the time that their iniquity had an end. So this dude is always going to have that continual hatred against Israel, Jacob. And this chapter is talking about Esau, Edom, Mount Seir, which Edom is Seir, man. All right, they dwelt in Mount Seir. Okay, that's their homeland, that's their location. So Esau is always going to be against you Israelites. He's always going to hate you, but at the end of the day, The Lord is going to be against Esau, and he's going to bring this man down. It says verse 6, therefore as I live, said Yahweh, therefore as I live, said the Lord Yahweh, I will prepare thee unto blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Since thou hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. So hey, because you want to shed the blood of the nation of Israel, you want to kill us and destroy us, man, put us through hell, wear out the saints. Well, these same things are going to be put on your ass, man, until your annihilation, your destruction. As it says in the book of Obadiah, the first chapter, of course, and the 18th verse. So, hey, man, never trust this devil and never trust Esau, man. So I pray this lesson was edifying. I would like to give all praises, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Bahasham, Chakwadash. Double honors to our elders and apostles of Great Millstone that do it well. And salutations and blessings to you, Akim, that are pushing this word with truth, sincerity, and charity. Shalom, wa, abab, abal.